Hello, Garland Nixon here, and let me see. Hi, Garland here. Let me try to get this straight. I'm having issues here because Twitter wouldn't let me on. At any rate, Twitter won't let me on. That's what it's all about. Let's talk. Hello, Garland Nixon here, and interesting. For those of you who are follow my channel, I got Jody Brar coming up at 8 a.m. in about 20 minutes, so that should be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about important stuff, and Jody's brilliant, so we'll have a lot of fun. She's one of my favorite guests. At any rate, so I get up this morning and I go to sign into Twitter, and it said your account has been suspended or locked because of suspicious activity. And I'm like, okay, fine. I got like 115,000 followers. Like I'm like, yeah, I would imagine to the neoliberals and the warmongers, all of my activity is suspicious. But so I'm like, okay. And of course it has, and this is kind of the last time I got suspended. I noticed this. I've noticed this with Twitter and Facebook, been down that line too, especially Facebook. So what they'll do is they'll say, yeah, you've been suspended. There was suspicious activity, something. We're just looking out for your own good. Click this link to sign in. Click this link to, in the case of Twitter, it was like, click this and just reset your password, blah, 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 right? And you look at it and you're like, okay. And it says, we're doing this for your security. Twitter literally sent me something that said, we're doing this for your security. And I'm like, oh, gee, thanks. I'm sure glad that Twitter's looking out for my security. Well, I don't know what I'd do if Twitter weren't there to look out for my security, right? Keep in mind something. I'm monitoring my own account. Now, suspicious activity. Nothing has popped up on my account that I saw that wasn't put in by my account. And if somebody was able to hack into my password or whatever, then I would imagine I'd be able to, see a change, or they'd lock me out or whatever, right? Nothing. Everything looks normal. Get up this morning. Boom. I'm going to get ready for my interview this morning. Can't get on Twitter. It says it's locked. And click here to change your password, right? I click to change my password. It says your account is suspended or locked. You can appeal this. Now, keep in mind something. The email, let me see if I can find it. I'll share it with you. The email. Here, let me show you the email. Let's look at the email, what we're looking at here. And this is what I've been down this line with Facebook before the last time I got tossed off. Let's take a look. Let's look at the email, my dear friends. Now, you notice the email says, thanks for writing in. We believe your account may be compromised by a user or a service not associated with Twitter. To secure your account and continue using Twitter safely, please follow these instructions, right? Well, let's follow the instructions. Log out of your account. Well, I can't log out of my account. Password change required, right? That's all it gives me. We have detected unusual activity of your account for your security, but watch what happens. Appeal a locked or suspended account. So it says, hey man, your account, as we've done this for your own good, blah blah blah, and hey man, just change your password. But when you click on that, you can't change your password. It's appeal. So these two things don't make sense. Password change required. Oh, okay, they're doing it for my own, see right there, for your security. But when you click it, appeal a locked or suspended account. And when I check the emails, see, use this link to change your password. Let's look. Let's see. Let's try to change my password. And there it is. Find your Twitter account. We couldn't find an account with that information. So they send you an email that says, oh, no problem. Simply do this. Change your account. Um, no problem. We did this for your own good. But when you try to password reset, it says, well, let's just find your account. We couldn't find your account, an account with that information, right? So it's a it's a way of pretending that they are going to it was just they're doing it for your own good. They're trying to look out for your safety and your security. Even says that in the email. Let's just look at your account. But when I click on it, one says appeal a suspended account. The other one says, hey, look, let's change your password. There ain't no account exists with Garland in. Now, Twitter's been acting a little funny on me lately. Keep in mind something. My understanding is that Elon Musk is in the process of changing Twitter over to whoever this woman that he's putting in charge. My understanding is she's just one of the neoliberals, and he's just handing it over to somebody who's going to do what they did before. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm reading, that people are saying that he's handing Twitter over to some woman and she's just one of them. She's just that Twitter's heading back to where it was before, that all of this stuff about Elon Musk saying, hey, we're going to change things, we're going to make things different. But look at what happens. Someone who hasn't violated any policies. There's no accusation. See, that's the interesting thing about it. They don't even make an accusation that I violated a policy. There's not like you violated the policies, therefore you're suspended and locked. You did something wrong, therefore you're suspended and locked. There's nothing like that. In fact, it's deceptive. Security, we're looking out for you. Click here, change the password. Oh yeah, just go to your account and you change the password. Oh, wait a minute, your account doesn't exist anymore. Sorry about that. I don't know what could have possibly happened. Oh, maybe somebody logged into your account and deleted it once and for all. So Twitter basically is saying that my account is gone, doesn't exist, but I should look into it. I should change it. I should appeal. The thing is, it doesn't make sense. Change your account doesn't exist. Change your password, click here to change your password. All right. Oh, wait a minute. You can't change your password. You have to appeal a suspended or locked account. Now, think about it. Elon Musk said everything's going to be different now. We're not going to do what we did before. I believe in free speech, blah, 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 right? So at least if he believed in free speech, he's got rules and regulations, and it would say you have violated rules and regulations. It doesn't say that, right? It doesn't say there's something you did that is a violation of Twitter. It simply says you're gone. This is what they did before. You're gone. We don't like you, Garland Nixon. You're saying things that the machine doesn't like. You're saying things that the system doesn't like. And therefore, you're not allowed to be part of the conversation. So you have someone with 115,000 subscribers, someone that does not have a record of violating rules, someone that is not accused. Think about this. I'm not accused of violating a rule. They didn't say you violated a rule. So therefore, you got to go. You've got to do something differently. What it says is, no, man, let's look at that again. Log out of your account. And when I do that, so they don't say there's no such person as Garland Nixon. Hey, there you go, at Garland Nixon. Wonderful. No, I'm sorry. And think about the way they do it. We've detected unusual activity for your security, your account. So they even lie. We're doing it for you, man. This is all about you, bruh. We're going to make sure that you're good. We got to make sure your account's secure. All you got to do is just change your password. That's all we ask. I mean, is that too much to ask? Change your password? Sure, not a problem. Let's change my password. Ooh, let's look at this again. I didn't show this to you. Let's look at this again. So you'll see it. There we go. So that's it. Password change required. Even the email, as I said, even the email they send me, your account may be compromised by a user service not associated with Twitter. So they're saying, look, man, something outside of Twitter, somebody outside of Twitter. I don't know. Let me see who might be an account not associated with Twitter. The CIA's not, the FBI's not, NATO's not. They all have accounts that are not associated with Twitter. So maybe they're telling me something the truth. But that's easy. Just log out of your account. You just got to change your password here. Piece of cake. Find your Twitter account, right? Got that. Oh, okay, sure. Oh, we couldn't find an account with your Twitter, right? So when you guys can't see that. So I'm going to click on that now. Okay. Log out of your account right here. And when I hit that, oh, you can see it, password change required. You can see that. And when I click on that, what you can do, change your password. I click on that. And what it then shows me is, watch this. You let's see. So you can see it. What it gives me next is this it? Appeal a locked or suspended account. Fill out the form to appeal your account being locked, suspended, or having certain features limited on Twitter. If you're attempting to submit for other Twitter options, you'll need to appeal your account restrictions first. So this is about a locked or suspended account, account restrictions. And look what's over here about suspended accounts, help with a locked or limited access, our range of enforcement actions, right? So basically, when I say, hey, man, great. Thanks for looking out for me. Really appreciate that. Oh, I think I'll go. I think I'll just go over here and redo my account and all will be good. There is a bug in here, but I think I got him. I think there's a mosquito in my house. Oh, my God. At any rate, so that's the long and short of it now. It appears to me that there's some kind of a game being played with Twitter, that they don't just want to come out and say, hey, man, the State Department don't like you, dude. The three-letter agencies don't like you. Therefore, we're going to get rid of you. Keep in mind something. This is part two of what I've had, what I would call really Twitter not allowing me the same features as everyone else. Here's what I mean. You're now allowed to monetize on Twitter. Some people are allowed to monetize on Twitter. I saw where this guy, Ed Krasenstein is like Joe Biden's shadow. You know, he's like Mr. Democrat. Oh, he did his job, apparently. He's like effectively the NAFO trolls for the Democratic Party. So all that Krasenstein does is if the Democrats come out and say, today we hate the color blue, that Ed Krasenstein will be on Twitter all day telling you how evil the color blue is. If the Democrats wake up tomorrow and say the color blue is our favorite color, Ed Krasenstein will tweet all day about how wonderful the color blue is. That's what this guy is. He's a shadow for the Democratic Party, a shadow for the Biden administration, a shadow for the neoliberal narrative machine, right? I saw there was some stuff up about this guy monetizing on Twitter, getting a check for $24,000 apparently. So he's monetizing Twitter and he's getting paid right now. Many of us who are maybe anti-imperialist, who push back against the machine, etc., we apply for monetization. I applied for monetization 6 months ago. 6 months ago on Twitter, I applied for monetization and it just said your monetization request is under review. So, and I've also heard from other people who push back against the system, who are outsiders, right? Who are, social media or YouTube hosts, etc., who push back against the system, apply for monetization. Guess what? You ain't getting it. If you're Ed Krasenstein, Stein, whatever the hell, if you're one of these people who are a mouthpiece for the system, you can get monetized. You can make a fortune. Please, I want somebody to tell me one person who's on the other side of Ed Krasenstein, one person who puts back and says, like me, I say, I'm not a member of any of these parties, and I'm going to be critical of the U.S. empire, critical of the war machine, critical of the hypocrisy of the imperialist, etc., right? I say all that. 6 months ago, I applied for monetization and it ain't happening. Twitter is still, they're saying, Elon Musk says, hey, man, Twitter's going to be different now, which in some ways it has been. But now Twitter says, hey, you can be monetized unless you oppose the war machine, unless you oppose the neoliberals, unless you oppose the imperialists and the colonialists. If you oppose the status quo in the U.S. empire, you do not have the same rights on Twitter as everyone else. But here's the interesting thing about it, and this is the tell. Krasenstein, if you are a mouthpiece for the machine, you have all the rule. Ed Krasenstein, I will guarantee you right now, you go find his account and it is there. He's just tweeting away, oh, Biden's wonderful and Trump is evil and RFK Jr. is evil and Cornel West is evil and everybody's evil. Except, of course, Joe Biden, because he's a good guy. And the libertarians and the socialists and all these people, they should be thrown in a ditch and dirt covered over all of them. They're evil. They're horrible. And did I mention Putin? And he'll go down the whole list, Putin aside, whatever, right? If you're Krasenstein, if you're that ilk, you're good, man. You got it made. But if you are on Twitter, but if you are otherwise than that, you're out of here. You cannot monetize on Twitter. Understand, I want somebody to contact me and let me know of one person who monetizes on Twitter who is an alternative media person. I have yet to see it. And other than maybe somebody who's a fake alternative media person who really pushes for the war machine. Find me someone who has. Which means, here's the thing about it, you can't have a system that's partial, right? That, okay, we don't believe in what's the word, censorship mostly, but only a little bit. Either you censor or you don't. If you censor a little, you censor. If you censor a lot, you censor. If you have a free speech platform, and Elon Musk said that this is a free speech platform, but if it's a free speech platform, that means that you will not be penalized for your free speech. You will not receive second-class citizenship on this platform. You will not be the person that says, hey, man, why can't I get monetized? Why can't I get this? If it's a free speech platform, then Ed Krasenstein or whoever the hell the mouthpiece is, they can get monetized, which I think they should. You can be a mouthpiece for the system as far as I'm concerned. I truly believe in free speech. And the guy who opposes the system, like Garland Nixon, can also be monetized or whatever. But that is not the way Twitter works. It is not a free speech platform unless there's really free speech for everyone and there's no censorship. A little bit of censorship is censorship, right? Just a little bit of censorship. Well, we're not going to have censorship. Okay, just unless maybe you push back against the shit. You'll have all of the, if you say this, the alternative media people on Twitter will have all of the same rights as everyone else. Okay, except this one they can't monetize. Well, that's a huge one, number one. But number two, if you take away one right from the people who are outside of the system, then you are not a free speech platform. That means that if you take certain positions, you have certain rights. If you go outside of those positions, you have less rights, which means it's not a free speech platform. You can't say it's mostly a free speech platform, kind of a free, the nature of free speech, certainly, as we know, in America, the Supreme Court has found that there are certain speech that isn't protected. There's the fighting words it's considered, and things like, you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. Certainly those are things that are relative to the government and relative to the Constitution. But Twitter is a independent corporation. It does not have to adhere to those things. But the owner of Twitter says, not only will I adhere to those things, I will ensure that everybody on that I don't do like the other people. The reason I bought Twitter is so that we could have a free speech platform, according to Elon Musk. He bought it specifically, $40-some billion for a free speech platform. However, if you're outside of the war machine and you push back against the neoliberals, it ain't a free speech platform. You see, it's a free speech platform for Ed Krasenstein. For him, it is a free speech platform. All speech is free, but some speech is freer than others, right? If you're Ed Krasenstein, you're on a free speech platform. You can say whatever the hell you want because you're saying that the machine is wonderful, the war machine is wonderful, all of that's wonderful. If you're Ed Krasenstein, great. But if you're an alternative media person, it ain't so free, which means you can't have a platform. Like you can say, look, we've got a country, and in this country, if you're over 6 foot, It's a free country. You have all the rights of everybody else. Now, if you're under 6 foot, you got a free country. You have all the rights of everybody else, except you can't vote. Okay, man, and you can't have a job. Okay, and you can't ride. Where does it start? You know what I mean? Where you have all the rights of everyone else if you're under 6 foot, except you can't vote, except you can't have, or in this instance, to make it apply, except you can't have a job and you can't have money. Other than that, you can do anything you want in our society. You're the same as the people above 6 foot. If you're below 6 foot, you just cannot have a job and you can't have any money whatsoever. You can't work. You can't do anything like that. Other than that, it's perfectly an equal country. There's the same rights for everybody else. Does that sound equal? And now Twitter says, and not only that, we're going to look out for you. How are we going to? We're going to temporarily suspend your account because somebody's doing something bad to your account. Okay, can I sign back in? No. Well, can I even look at my account? Doesn't exist anymore. So there goes Twitter again. There goes Elon Musk again. I don't know if he's handed Twitter over to this new woman or if he hasn't, but there we are, out of Twitter again. I'll put it like this. I would, if any of you guys have Twitter accounts, please do me a favor, share this on Twitter, share it with Elon Musk, and go look and see if my account exists. See if you can find Garland Nixon. I bet you my account doesn't exist. I bet you the fact that I've been going after the war machine, going after the Biden machine, now, to Elon Musk has either been told or decided, we can't have this guy making noise. He's got to go. All right, I got to run because I got to get Jody Brar on, and I'm getting ready to do another. Show in about 2 minutes. Peace. I'm out.